When you look at the lake today, what do you think?
So I used to think of it as such a good time.
Where's it at?
Go straight out about 25 yards in the water.
I see.
You can see it floating.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, you can see it.
Man, we used to spend so much time out here. We'd go kayaking, fishing, or we'd see the view. I mean, the lake was perfect.
So we've got a boat coming to secure it.
Okay.
So it's a confirmed body?
And now it's just, I hate it. I mean, there's no other words to put. I despise this water. I hate it. It's filled with pain.
I knew it. The second the call come out, I knew it. That Rangy Street, missing person?
That's what's hard.
Yeah.
This is Catalyst, an investigative podcast from KXAN News. I'm your host, Josh Hinkle. This 8th season of Catalyst.
At this time, we are not able to confirm that the body located is related to any open missing person investigations.
A family's loss, part of an Austin legend about someone preying on victims late at night near Lady Bird Lake.
And I see my mom trying to fight through the police tape, screaming, I want my son. She runs to me, she's like, hey, my baby's dead.
Our team tracks 30 drowning deaths in the city's downtown waterway over a decade, and the serial killer suspicions surrounding those tragedies.
At this time, there is nothing that appears to be suspicious to detectives.
It's all because it's f***ing water.
There was no known threat to the general public.
Somebody took him away from us.
There's no proof or evidence in any of our investigations to sustain that.
And I won't stop till I get answers. He deserved that. Him, all the others, they all deserve better.
We take a closer look at the effectiveness of the city's solutions as bodies continue surfacing, several near the Rainy Street Bar District.
All of these cases have been looked at with, obviously, rightfully so, a lot of scrutiny.
Police have said for years there is no serial killer drowning victims in Lady Bird Lake.
I mean, there has to be evidence to show that there was some sort of foul play, that something happened to this person.
I don't believe for a second any of these are accidents. I don't. You can't convince me otherwise.
But to understand how Austin might move beyond doubts and rumors, we started by traveling 1,200 miles north to a community that's been through all this before and learned to largely stop drownings in the process. Along the Mississippi River, on the western edge of Wisconsin. While snapping a photo of the La Crosse city limits sign, we heard a man walking up from the riverbank toward the traffic. He was tan, like he'd been on the water for years, with a mess of short, wavy white hair, bleached even brighter by the sun. He introduced himself as Jerome Gunderson.
It's been just a fabulous life to live on the river. What they call us river rats.
You live on the water, right?
I live on the water. I live on a houseboat.
He pointed down the hill and through the thick stretch of trees to where you could see the shadow of a structure bobbing with the waves. In the distance, Granddad's Bluff towered over the town. A mile away from us, the main channel bridge stretched high enough for large riverboats to pass underneath.
How many years have you lived here?
I grew up here since 1960 and, been on the river the whole time.
When did you start hearing rumors about drownings and such here?
La Crosse is kind of a rough and tumble town. It was a logging town by history. And, life and death on the river is something that happens, But the myth of it, I think, started sometime in the mid-90s, maybe late 80s.
It was the reason we traveled there last fall. For months, we'd been working to gather details about autopsy and police records on a string of drowning deaths that began there in 1997.
What makes it so treacherous? The river rises and lowers, and it's extremely fast. The current is super strong.
Over a decade, at least 8 men ages 18 to 28 drowned in the Mississippi in La Crosse.
It's a very steep and rocky slope. And so if you fall in, there's not an easy way up. And you can get swept away by the current and you won't last long. You don't stand a chance. I mean, right at the downtown, right at the bar district is the strongest point.
Jerome mentioning the bar district, I knew from our research several of those drownings happened where the Mississippi runs along Riverside Park in La Crosse. It's just a block or so from dozens of those bars downtown.
La Crosse is a party town. You know, there's tons of people. The bars close. It's like a crowd of people, like a stadium just got emptied out. And I think that some people just wander toward the water.
Toxicology records revealed alcohol levels in those victims back then were 2 to 5 times over the legal limit to drive. Some of them were college students. Newspaper archives at the local library documented the fear and anger surrounding the deaths. It hit a tipping point in 2006 when a 21-year-old UW La Crosse basketball player disappeared from downtown after a night out celebrating Oktoberfest with friends. A few days later, his body surfaced in the Mississippi. An autopsy report said it was an accidental drowning, with acute alcohol intoxication as a major contributing factor. The town demanded answers. Though the cases were all labeled accidents or undetermined, the similarities, young men drinking, led to public suspicion of a serial killer drowning victims.
And there was this talk that it was, you know, possibly somebody taking people after bar time.
The smiley face killer, where it was a serial killer who would shove them in and then drown.
I started noticing, a few posters every year or so of missing students.
And it's sad and it's unfortunate, but I'm pretty sure the rumors of any kind of nefarious, element, I don't buy it.
Police brought in the FBI to review the deaths. The conclusion, the cases weren't connected, but La Crosse still had a problem. Eventually, officials put up barriers near the shore, passed an alcohol ordinance to help cut down on binge drinking, and even installed police cameras in the area. But Jerome and others say it was another solution that made the biggest difference.
The college students have formed a group that do a patrol, and that has virtually solved the problem. That basically stopped it.
This is Operation Riverwatch. Every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night during the academic year, volunteers patrol what's called Riverside Park, which is where we're at right now.
You guys want to swing around down?
Right, yeah. It's, I would say, maybe a quarter mile from start to finish along the riverside. Those shifts run from 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. and then 1 to 3 a.m. And so we have 4 volunteers that we aim for on each shift.
It's all student-led and student-run.
We don't allow anyone to patrol alone. Make sure everybody has a partner to walk with at all times.
Volunteers from the 3 local colleges have been patrolling the park for the past 2 decades, since the year that basketball player drowned here.
The main priority for volunteers is redirection, right? Park is closed past 11. And so we make sure that folks staying away from the river and also aware that the park is closed.
We just wanted to let you know that the park is closed, so we will have to ask you guys to please leave if you guys could. Thank you guys.
We get visitors, we get students who have been drinking, and everything in between.
Just to let you know, the park is closed, so unfortunately we're going to have to ask you to leave.
So some nights it's a little louder than others, some nights it's quieter. We keep our flashlights on us.
What's the
biggest challenge in keeping this program going?
Volunteers. Getting volunteers, recruiting, retaining volunteers is the biggest challenge far and away. I think supplies is the only cost of this program. High-vis vests, hand warmers in the winter, a couple of extra beanies, first aid kits, Narcan with instructions, and then radios, to go between the groups when they're out here.
The cost is minimal. Funding from the schools pays for most of it. Plus, police partner with the program and are just a phone call away for help. Volunteers also get training before they start.
Does anyone ever give you any pushback?
Sometimes there are students down here that have consumed alcohol, so usually it takes like a couple hey, let me walk you up there, let me call you an Uber or a taxi.
If this program wasn't here, what might happen to a person like that?
Without this program, who knows what would happen. I love my community and I just want to protect everybody and help out in any way I can.
We pieced together data showing since Operation Riverwatch started, the frequency of drownings in the Mississippi here has slowed down, with some spans of several years without any deaths. One gap in the program, though, it only happens during the school year. And last summer, when there were no volunteers out, a student drowned.
She was getting her master's here. I knew her. We went to the same parties. We knew the same people. I saw her downtown.
Students during our visit were well aware of this case. The 22-year-old was last seen at a bar, then on a police camera south of Riverside Park after when volunteers would have been patrolling.
I believe Elliot went missing on a Sunday night around 2-3 a.m. and then her body was found a couple of days later washed up in Minnesota.
An autopsy concluded it was an accidental drowning. The alcohol in her system was more than 2 times above the legal limit to drive.
And that's so tragic and terrible for her family, and it was really hard on the community.
Operation Riverwatch organizers say it's tough to monitor everything, but they believe targeting the time and location they already do has prevented many tragedies.
Excuse me, guys.
Why do you believe this initiative is working to stop drownings in La Crosse?
I think that impact is shown through the sheer number of people that we've encountered.
At the end of each shift, volunteers log those encounters. When we followed this group around, it was the 3rd weekend of the school year, and in that short time, they'd already steered 153 people away from the park and the water. Archived news clips we found say it's been as many as 1,300 people over an entire school year. Results we thought leaders back at home might want to know.
We've been speaking with the Austin City Council and with the student government at University of Texas. They're interested in learning more about this program. If I connected them with you all and your students, would you speak with them?
100%, yeah. If there's a university interested, we would be more than happy to meet with those folks. Absolutely.
Great.
But could the success seen in a town of 50,000 really be replicated in a city nearing 1 million?
Having the university students realize it could be any one of them or their friends, they picked up the flag and they carried it.
If it's personal, Jerome said people will make it work anywhere.
That's just, I guess, part of river life.
Even Austin.
That's all I got.
Thank you.
This season on Catalyst.
Serial murder is a very rare event, but it's also one with very serious consequences.
When Martin went missing, we were destroyed. There's so many hurt family members. They deserve better than that.
Our team actually went to La Crosse and got video of Operation Riverwatch.
I think that's a fun and innovative idea that once again can save lives, and if the data shows that it's been doing that, I think that's worth looking into.
To learn more about Austin's Lady Bird Lake drownings, watch our docuseries and explore our digital investigation online now at kxan.com/beneath the surface. Catalyst is reported and produced by me, Josh Hinkle, along with David Barrere, Arzo Dost, and Dalton Huey. Our editor is Richie Bose. Digital support comes from Robert Sims and Kate Winkle. KXAN's news director is Haley Cyhawk, and its general manager is Eric Glassberg.